go. Oh, okay. Mm, mm, just post that here. And we are live. Look at that. All right. Let's just get everything going here. All right. Last step. Good morning, everybody. Oh, I didn't have my camera on. Hold on. My light on. There we go. All ready to go now. All right. Let's put on YouTube so I could see all of you. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Now I could say hello to everybody. Armulfo, Omar, John, JB, Terrence. We got Sassy Trainer, Philip, Zenmaster, Devin, Thomas, Jose, Dave, Robert, Carrie, Robert, Eugene, Jill, Brian, good morning, Brian. Angie, good morning. Dennis, good morning. Vernon, good morning. Michael, Karen, Darren, Mazen, Glenn, Jesse, Cam, good morning and happy Friday. What a day yesterday, right? Jody, Raj, Sarah, Dr. Serena, my actuary is in the house. Penny, Richard, good morning, Richard. Hope your week is going well. We got, let me just continue here. We got a lot of people here. We got David, we got John, we got Melvin, we got Stephen, John, Jean, Richard, Kirk, Lewis, Murray. Good morning, Murray. It's cold here too. It's like 45 degrees here. Henry, good morning. Richard from Puente Gorda. Randy, Edgar, Rosalind. Good morning, Rosalind. Hopefully I answered your question yesterday. Pam, Robert, good morning. Let's make a big thumbs up, guys. Big thumbs up. I'll start off with a thumbs up. Miller, Todd, Susan, CJ Duzzy. I'm a little behind today. Charlie, Deanna, Moondog, Manuel, Rochelle, Ralph, David, Raj, a Keyhawk fan. Good morning there. Tim, Kevin, Carlsbad. What a beautiful place. Martin, Ivano, Ron, Samson, Delbert, Ray, Chris, Edmundo, Joe, and Andre. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Look at that. We got 200 people here in like less than 3 minutes. I love it. Carlos, Gustavo. Good morning, Gustavo. Happy Friday. Melrose and Fairfax. That's right. That's right. Melrose and Fairfax. I wonder if there's a Bank of America still there. And I wonder if Centerfold is still there. Mott, Art, Laurel, Robert, Dr. Serena. Look at that. All right. A few things, very, very important things. Today, Kane and I are going to go live again. Why? Because, well, let's just say yesterday was probably the biggest. We had a record day yesterday. Let's just say that. I'll leave it at that. It was an amazing day. You guys made it very, very special. And I'll be in the VIP room at noon today. Remember, Kane, we're going to target extra income over the weekend. You'll be able to target extra income paid out by Monday while you're relaxing and hanging out and doing what you need to be doing. All right. Shannon, good morning. Create Mania, good morning. Clearwater, all right. Scott, good morning. Kevin, Ralph, David, good morning. And let me give you the link to Customer Service Live. That is a time saver. Cam and Gustavo really know what they're doing. So let me post that here. Also, Carlos, are you here? I didn't see you, Carlos. If you're here, say hello. I want to do that example that I wanted to do live, but I want to make sure you're here so I could actually do it while you're here. So let me know. There was 300 people who I greeted. There you are. Good. I'm going to do it. Breaking up with the Carlos. I'm going to show you today. So I'm glad you're here. So I want to show you guys something, and this is this is pure education. I don't mean anything by this. I just want to show you guys something. So before we begin, I promised Carlos that I would do this because it would benefit everybody. So I wanted to just do it here because it's just so much easier to do it in front of everybody, and then I'll get into my analysis. Okay, it'll only take 5 minutes, and this is very useful for most of you. Trust me, you'll thank me for it. So let me go to my demo. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's look at 6 months. All right, what we're looking at is Exxon, right? All right, so the question is, if you were looking at this chart, how would you analyze Exxon for purposes of either going long or going short? And if you were in the current trade, what would you be doing if you were long and or if you were short? It's a real simple question, okay? So I'm going to show you a real simple example of how we use everything we've learned here to analyze this in a very, very simple fashion, okay? So the first thing we would do is we would look at statistics, right? And we would look at what sector it's in. And right here, we clearly have that it's in the energy sector, okay? So, and it's an oil refinery stock. So it's not just crude oil, it's an energy stock. As a matter of fact, most of you know that Mobil is one of the biggest energy companies in the world. They're obviously involved in all aspects of energy. I'm not going to tell you what Exxon does because everybody here knows exactly what they do, okay? So let's look at Excel. Let's look at the energies, which is all we have to do is click here. We look at the energies, right? All right. What have energies been doing since September? They've been going straight up, right? Here, XLE. Let's go to an interactive chart because this is energy. This isn't crude oil. This is energy. Okay, so crude oil has been going straight up, okay? Crude oil is above the 8-day EMA. Crude oil is above the quarter-day VWAP. It's above the 200-day, the 100-day, the quarter. It's very strong, very, very strong. So based on that, first of all, would we short Exxon? Just based on this, would we short Exxon? If I saw this, okay, any of this, would I short Exxon? No. Number one, without even looking at Exxon, I would never short Exxon if I saw a breakout above this level, right? On a major energy stock. Hold on a second, let me just draw this. Big breakout right here. So that would be oh my God. But sometimes, but hold on, wait. But sometimes, you know how we have like every stock moving up and then one stock goes down, and that's a really good stock to do. So we can't, let's make sure that Exxon doesn't look different from this. So let's just kind of take a look at it. But based on, without even looking at Exxon, would we look at Exxon if energies are doing this? Would we look at Exxon short? I think it's the second biggest energy stock in the world. The answer is hell no. Okay, but let's just say we don't know any better, or we think that the stock is going to fall while all the energy companies go up. Remember, I do that sometimes because I want to give this trade every benefit of the doubt. So I want to confirm. This is good, guys. This will let you get inside my head. So this will let you get so hell no. The answer is no way. The stock would really have to be like doing something like this, right? For energy to be doing this for me to look at the stock. This would tell me that this stock is like no way cooperating, right? But let's look at Exxon. Okay, let's take a quick look at it. Come on, guys. Let's hit the like button. All right, now we're looking at the stock, knowing that energy is breaking out. So is this stock breaking down below the 200-day moving average? Is this stock at all breaking down? Well, let's see here. As of September, we have higher lows. One check mark for the bull, Carlos. A check mark for the bull. We're making higher lows. The first thing I looked when I noticed the stock, when I looked at the stock, was how it's making 4 higher lows. When a stock is making higher lows, is that a bearish sign or a bullish sign? Patrick, just stay with me, please. Please stay with me here, please. Let's not. This is not a time for analysis. Stay with me. I'm doing the analysis right now. Okay. Don't. Let's not get people confused. If you long, stay long. If you're looking to get along with wait, how about we just go with my analysis? Carlos asked me an email about shorting this stock yesterday, and I said instead of me sending you an email, I'm going to respond live. This is what we're doing right now. So the first thing, Carlos, it's making higher highs, and it's not making higher highs over a period of 3 days. It's making higher highs over a period of several months. That's number one against the bears. Number two, it's above the year-to-date VWAP, quarter-to-date, year-to-date VWAP, 200-day moving average, 100-day moving average, the 50-day moving average, and the 8-day moving average, and above the quarter-to-date VWAP. Now, is that bearish in any language that we've ever 11 you entered the trade 11:13 and you went short right here. So you went short on a stock that's above the year-to-date VWAP, the 200-day moving average, the 100-day moving average, the 50-day moving average, the 8-day moving average, and the quarter-to-date VWAP, while XLE on the 13th of November, yes, was right here. Right there. Nice, beautiful breakout above this line right here, Carlos. So you went short when crude oil, when energy stocks broke out, and you went short on a stock that's making higher highs above all the averages, above the quarter-to-date VWAP, in a compression above the VWAP. Carlos, there is absolutely nothing bearish about this stock. Nothing. It just finished compressing. It's breaking out of the compression right here, and it's above all the major averages, got higher highs. You don't need to go very advanced or very deep. You don't have to go deep every day or go very deep, or you did not have to ask any of the questions that you asked me yesterday to find out the answer to this. Point is, before you could fly a 747, learn to use a flight simulator. Carlos, look. Everything I just taught you is in this book. We just went over the most basic fundamental technical analysis here. The stocks are all above the key moving averages. I mean, this is the stuff I teach every day. Point is, stop doing all this crap that you're doing. Take all of it off of your charts and put the 200, the 100, the year-to-date VWAP, and start reading price action. If you can't read price action, please don't start using advanced tools. Learn to walk before you run. Now, Carlos, I'm not trying to be tough on you, and I'm not trying to signal you out. I really like Carlos a lot, and I'm willing to go out of my way for Carlos a lot because he's a really great guy. So please, Carlos, do not take this in any negative connotation. I simply wanted to show you that you didn't have to go into any of the things that you did to figure out that this stock is a bad short. Oh, I posted in the Telegram chat. This is Anna Cowling. I'll post it again. This is a very basic book, and there's also a workbook. This is basic, and I mean, like, it teaches the kind of stuff I'm talking about right now, being above the moving averages, higher lows, the fact that we're compressing and breaking out, like real simple stuff. Exactly. You don't need advanced technical analysis to figure this out, Carlos. More importantly, everything I've taught you since day one would tell you that this stock is a long and not a short. Everything that's why I wanted to bring it up today. It wasn't just one or two things. There's nothing bearish about this stock or its sector. There's nothing. Nothing. All right, let's continue. So I wanted you, Carlos, I did this for everybody else, and I didn't want to do a video instead of just answering your question. But please, learn to walk before you learn to run. All this stuff is fun, but if you can't do a basic analysis on chart reading, you shouldn't be doing anything else. You shouldn't have any indicators on your chart. All you should have is candlesticks and a couple of moving averages. Please, please, I'm begging you. And again, I'm trying to teach all of you. I did this for purposes of all of you. You should know within 1 or 2 seconds of pulling up a chart whether the chart is bullish or not. As soon as I saw these higher lows, I was like, why are we even having this conversation? Okay, enough of that. Let's talk about market action. All right. Carlos, was this beneficial at all? I mean, was this useful? Let me know. All right. So Nasdaq is a little soft today. The Dow is up a little bit. This is randomness. This is randomness. This is total randomness. Now, I really like how the market moved yesterday in light of a video. It was trying to find directional bias, but this is randomness. And I also, another thing is when I look at the SPY, and I was trying to tell you guys yesterday, it's much easier to do this in without alerts, but you see this? Remember what I said yesterday? I said, I said one of two things. I said, we're either, good morning, Gaston. Good morning, CJ, Lori, Kevin. Yeah, it's a great question. That's why I wanted, this question posed me doing this. It begged for a visual answer. So I wanted to do that. Good. You keep it up, Carlos. Come on, guys. Thumbs up. Give me thumbs up. Like button, subscribe to this channel. It's only for your benefit. I promise you. And also, don't forget, I'm going live with Kane today for the encore. And boy, oh boy, what an encore it's going to be. We're going to have some fun today. Also, don't miss VIP room. I'm going to talk Matt into giving us some seasonality for the holiday next week. I love my holiday seasonalities. So here is the VIP room link. And don't forget, Customer Service Live, the best place. It's the hidden gem. It's the hidden gem of our. Good morning, Eduardo. It's the hidden gem of our pub. I'm serious. So pay attention. I'm kind of jumping a little bit today. Trust me, it's worth me doing it. So here's what I said yesterday. I said the market's going to do one of two things. The market's going to just jump up like this and go back up, or the market is going to consolidate and grind higher. I said that I don't believe the market is going to go down yesterday because I thought the news was good and we were already moving up. And it's proven to be the case. So the question now is, are we going to come straight up like this? Or are we going to just kind of make maybe a little bit of a higher high and kind of consolidate and do what we did yesterday? My money, and I'm speculating right now, but I'll explain to you why I feel this way after. So my job right now is to show you what I think will happen. And then I'm going to go through why I think this will happen. I think doing it this way will kind of show you where I'm going with my analysis. So my theory, before we go into our analysis, my theory, well, my pleasure, Rich. My theory is that we're going to maybe make a higher high or just kind of have an inside day and just kind of continue this grind. And to continue this grind, we will have to kind of go down here too, right? We can't just go up. So why do I believe that? So now let me explain to you why I believe that we're not just going to come down hard or we're going to go up hard. I think we're just going to have to grind, which means maybe make a little higher high or kind of top out a little bit above here and then come down here and then close for the week right here. Let me explain to you why, okay? So I gave you my theory. Now I'm giving you my theory. Now let's look at proof, okay? So first of all, do we have strength in the broad market today? Are we really, really strong today? No, we're not. And we don't have a major catalyst either. And we have a holiday coming up next week. Does that really go towards a big... Now, so you keep this in mind as I talk about the analysis, okay? You keep this in mind as I talk about the analysis, okay? Because this is what we're debating is proof and evidence of this going higher parabolically, moving lower parabolically, or just continuing the grind. And that's the billion-dollar question, right? If you knew that answer right now, you could potentially be a millionaire by the end of today, right? If I told you right now what the low is going to be today and the high was going to be today and the pattern of trading, in theory, you could be a millionaire by the end of today. So pay attention. So why do I not see strong firepower? Well, we have a mixed market. What is a mixed market? A mixed market is when you see the Dow doing one thing and NASDAQ doing another thing, and then the S&Ps are already down. And again, what's the major catalyst today? Is there anything happening today that's amazing that we don't have any earnings? We only have consumer sentiment and PMI. So I looked at the stock and I'm keep going back here because I'm trying to get a good idea of the big picture. Notice we're not talking about levels. Notice we're not talking about volatility. We're just trying to figure out where the bar is, whether we can get there without traffic, whether we got our hair cut. We haven't even looked at the girl yet. Okay. We're just kind of going around. So we're not really seeing anything crazy here, right? And it is Friday, and we know Fridays tend to be more of a consolidation day, not a big market moves. We also know that Fridays tend to peter out around 1:30. Like, hey, what time does the bar close? Does the bar close at 4 in the morning? Should I take a nap before going there? Or is it going to close at 1 o'clock in the morning and I can just get a good night's sleep? Right? This is what I'm thinking about right now going into this. Okay. So we don't have a lot of big Fed data to drive the market today. I don't think consumer sentiment is going to be amazing. I think it's going to be just okay. Hit the like button. Nobody is going to teach you this stuff like I am. I've been convinced of this from the last several months, actually. We don't have a lot of data. Today's Friday. Well, what about commodities? Are commodities really helping us? Well, crude oil is down. It's keying off of that 50-day moving average, and it's down, and it's almost at the 8-day EMA. So I'm not really seeing crude oil give us any. Thank you, Robert. Going to arrange for a bid, then make continue. Right, exactly, Ralph. So you see here, we're right up abutting the 8-day. We're squeezed between the 50-day and the 8-day. Honestly, I think we're going to just come right here. I don't think we have another catalyst to come higher. But if we do come higher, we got to overcome the quarter-to-date VWAP, the 100-day moving average, the year-to-date VWAP, and you got four major resistance levels here. Where do stocks go where there's least amount of resistance? There's a lot less resistance here than right here. Okay. Does the bar have good luck? Exactly, Sarah. Right. Do you have to wear bright lipstick? Like, think about how women prepare. Like, women usually put a lot more thought into stuff than men when it comes to like relationships and stuff. Just pretend you're a lady and you're trying to figure out all the steps, like you're planning a party. I'm saying ladies because in my family, my wife does that. I don't do any of that stuff. So if you do that in your family, that's great. I'm only going by my experiences. So are we seeing anything crazy from the crude oil market that's going to drive the markets to price? No. What about gold? Well, gold is continuing moving higher. I like this. But we know this can be a trap. And I told you yesterday, wait till we're above the 27.21 level before you go long. But I like what I'm seeing. And I told you if you're holding gold, that there's a good chance we're going to bottom out here because there's a liquidity pocket, window pocket, consolidation. You can call it whatever you want. But remember, I drew this for you and I said there's a good chance we're going to bottom out here because there's a holding pattern here. Now, the next question is this going to make a new low from here or is it going to go higher? The fact that we broke the 50-day and closed above the 50-day and the quarter-day VWAP is a good sign. But I want to see more follow through. Okay. Come on, guys, hit the like button. What about China? Is China giving us tailwind today? No, China just broke lower. Okay, so we're not really getting much tailwind from crude oil. We're not really getting much tailwind from China. What about U.S. dollar? Let's look at the U.S. dollar. Hold on. Let's take a look here. Futures, currencies. U.S. dollar made a new high. Tariffs, guys. And again, I don't want to get into this whole political discussion because I think by now most of you know that I was right on that. New high. Is this going to give stock market tailwind? No. Strong U.S. dollar does not give U.S. market a lot of tailwind. All right, that's a yield sensitive asset. What about the bond market? Bond market's not really doing much. It's up a hair. We're still near the 8-day moving average. Maybe we'll huff and puff and go higher, but we're still here. Mazen, both. Simple. The 15-day and the 8-day. The 15-day and the 8-day are exponential. The 50, 100, and 200 are simple. Yeah. No, strong US dollar is not good for gold. That's what I'm saying. We got a dollar going up. I'm not sure if this is going to continue going higher, although it would be great. But even if it does, this is not really great for stocks. Okay, so crude oil's not really helping us, not really hurting us or helping us. This is not bond market's not really helping or hurting us. US dollar's hurting us. The gold market is kind of, it can go either way because it's literally right at the 50-day moving average and the quarter. It can just turn around right here, come down, and we'll say this is a pivot point and a beginning and a continuation of a downtrend, or this can completely reverse and come back higher. I could totally put this right here, and I can totally put this right here, and this can just continue coming down. So question mark here, question mark here. Can you say that again, please, on the indicators? No, Laura, but you can take this link right here and you can rewind it and you can listen to me say it as many times as you'd like. I just posted it for you. Folks, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe, hit the like button. And don't forget, I have a class at 1 with Kane, which will be very cool. We'll do some new stuff in there. I think we might have broken a record yesterday. We got VIP room at noon. Extra income. The weekend is coming up. And again, customer service live, the Cam and Gustavo show. My dogs are going crazy again. I'm so glad you guys can't hear it. All right, let's continue. So neutral, 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 neutral. Don't like the dollar. So far, am I seeing anything that's making me like really excited about the bulls? No, no. Okay. Let's now bring the stock market analysis into this, okay? Oh God, they're going crazy again. Do we have a huge number of stocks above the 50-day moving average? No. Has the number really changed a lot in the last few months? No. How about right here? Not really, right? So we still have a lot of vulnerability. I do, Mark. I give you a lot of information. So therefore, hit the like button so we get more popular on YouTube and we can go from having 550 people here to over 600 every day, which would be really cool. So is the stock market showing incredible momentum? No, it's not. Okay. So am I seeing anything so far that's making me feel warm and fuzzy about this market breaking out, going higher? Are we higher already on the overnight? No, we're not. We're right here. Okay, so overnight markets didn't help us either. All right, let's talk a little bit about that. Now, you see, so I came here with the question was, what's the most probable move for the market today? And now I'm going through all of these factors to help you decide that. And then we'll come back to this in a conclusionary matter in a few minutes, okay? But the question is, the whole goal of doing all this is to decide what will happen to this bar today. Now, notice something. Am I trying to figure out what will happen next month? Am I trying to figure out what will happen next week? I'm trying to figure out what will happen over the next few hours. That's about as good as it gets. The more time goes into my analysis in terms of what I'm trying to achieve, 3 days, 5 days, the more factors I have to think about. The more factors I have to think about, the more things can go wrong. One of the biggest reasons why Warren Buffett is successful is because he believes in the same philosophy as I do. The least moving parts. The less moving parts you have, the less things can go wrong. If you think about Warren Buffett's business models, think about it. Coca-Cola, sugar and water, how many things can go wrong? Insurance companies, how many things? He picks business models based on very few factors. My analysis is based on very few factors because I'm only trying to figure out what will happen to the market in the next 6 hours. You will find that if you try to figure out what will happen to the market tomorrow or 5, 6 days, you are taking in so much unforeseeable information that your decision is going to be based on randomness. Therefore, you should stop listening to people who can tell you what will happen a month from now because they don't know what will happen 3 hours from now. And if you can't figure out what will happen 3 hours from now, how the hell are you going to figure out what will happen a month from now? Stop listening to that nonsense on the news. All right, let's continue. All right, so, look at that. We got almost 200 likes. 313 is our best. All right, we got a new actuary, Dr. Serena. Let's see if Bob can and you can drive us to to where we're supposed to be. Did you say that the 15-day moving average is same? I didn't say anything. Where do you come up with this stuff, Mazen? Where do you come up with this stuff? Tell me, please. Where do you come up with this stuff? That the 15-day moving average is. Let me ask you guys. There's 469 people in this room. Have you ever heard me combine the 15-day moving average with the Hakanashi indicator? Have you ever heard me say anything like that before? Mazen, it's hard enough figuring out what I'm trying to do. Don't confuse people here, please. I'm begging you. Okay. So let's go through everything. Okay. Weak Eurozone PMI data casts doubts on the health of global economy. No, I've never combined those two. Like, please stick to what I do. Do your own stuff somewhere else. So is this helping U.S. economy today? Weak Eurozone PMI data casts doubt on the health of global economy. Is that helping us or hurting us? It's definitely not helping us, okay? So let's continue. Remember, the only question I'm trying to answer is, what is the SPY going to do in the next 6 hours? There is nothing else that matters. And if you think there's something more important than answering that question, then you need to come here twice as much. Because that's the only thing you should be focused on right now. What is this bar going to do in the next 6 hours? All of this is to help us answer this little question. That's the only thing we care about. Because we know that 70% of stocks are 70% correlated to the market, right? 66. So this will help us, right? Right. Okay. All right. Let's continue. A lot of work to answer one simple question. Not helping us, right? Eurozone data not helping us. Okay. Google slid more than 4%, top loser on the S&P 500. Justice Department going after them. Is Google a FANG stock? Yes. Are FANG stocks important? Let's look at what Mags is doing this morning. That's the top 7 Magnificent 7. Are they helping or hurting us? Well, they were down yesterday, and they're down this morning. Folks, can the stock market gain substantial amount of momentum without NVIDIA, Tesla, Microsoft, Apple, Meta? Can it do that? This is it right here. Are we breaking out on it? We're below the 8-day EMA on the open on the FANG stocks. Where are you in this info from? All right. So, all right. Let's keep going, guys. Keep going. Bob, you stay on them. Max, do we have a lot of firepower without the Magnificent 7? Remember, I'm only trying to answer what the SPY is going to do today. Is the Magnificent 7 helping the market today so far? Again, check mark again. See, Carlos, what we're doing? We're just doing simple analysis. We're not even looking at the stock yet. Okay, so global economy is not helping us. FANG stocks are not helping us this morning. Philadelphia Manufacturing Index yesterday fell, negative 5.5. They were expecting positive 7.4. That's bad. Number of Americans filing. This is not here nor there. All right, what about the Fed? Let's see if the Fed has something to say. Good, does he? Good. Martin, the question you just asked, I literally spend 10 hours a week showing you. No joke, 10 hours a week. The question you just asked, Martin, I spend 10 hours a week showing you. Come and hang out here and you will know. Nice. Good. Happy to hear that. Let me just post this in the Telegram channel here. There. Thank you for posting that, Virtue VN. I appreciate it. Very kind of you. Nice testimonial. Key here. Let me show you where the bar chart story is. You go to bar chart. You see this right here? That's it right here every day. That's what I'm reading to you right now. I just made a PDF out of it. Adam actually asked me the same question a few days ago, ironically. All right. All right. Just go to bar chart and go to the home page. They do update, but this is pretty much it. So let's see. Is the Fed helping us? Thursday, U.S. economic growth has been very good. Sure, Philadelphia, our manufacturing is negative 5.5. They were expecting a positive 7.4. Both the CPI and the PPI was worse than expected. But it's been very good. Yeah. It's been great, guys. All we have to do is say our economy's been very good, and telepathically, we're going to get there. Remember, that's what Powell says. Disinflationary process, well, if it's very good, why are you going to continue the disinflationary process? He added that he expects it will be appropriate over time to bring the Fed funds rate down closer to normal. Well, they're not at normal levels, so obviously economic growth is not very good. Barkin said he anticipates inflation will continue to decline across the world's largest economy. Fed Goolsbee reaffirmed his support for additional rate cuts. Meanwhile, there's only a 62% chance that they're going to lower rates. They need to lower rates half a basis point, in my opinion, because of the long bond. U.S. global manufactured data reading is coming out today. Consumer sentiment is coming out. That's a pretty important report. We are not constrained by what has been. Haven't you heard? Constrained by what has been. Yes. All right. I think manufacturing is waiting on the market. Yes, of course. Don't help Microsoft. You're right, Ralph. It doesn't. Not at all. Hey, Cam, can you do me a favor? Or Gustavo, can you post the link to my public Telegram channel, please? All right. Let's stay with Bob, guys. Let's hit 330 likes today. So far, am I seeing anything that's making me like really hot and heavy over the market today? No. How about overnight markets, global markets? Are they giving us some tailwind? Let's see. Oh, down this morning, giving up early gains. Bank stocks, financials. Financials. Without financials leading, it's hard to get the Dow to rally. Revenue guidance. People are happy that Nvidia turned positive yesterday, but overall, is the sentiment good? They're down 0.31. Now, we're not like crashing and burning, but does this look like a really bullish pre-open to you? No. How about China? Closed sharply lower. Here, FXI. I know. We never saw this coming, right? We never saw this coming. This is the biggest surprise in my life. I never saw this one coming. Yes, I'm being highly sarcastic right now. We all saw this coming a long time ago. Okay, let's continue. So China's definitely not helping us. What about Japan? Okay, they closed higher, tracking overnight gains on Wall Street. Well, Wall Street is not higher right now. Wall Street is slightly lower. And the mega cap stocks are not helping us. And we only closed up 0.54. Actually, we're up a little bit. We're flat. So we're kind of flat. And if you look at the futures right now, NASDAQ is pushing us down. The S&P futures are down 3. So if they're tracking U.S. markets, then they're obviously not doing all that great either. Okay, all right. So nothing really from Europe. The only thing they're happy about is the fact that NVIDIA closed positive. Noticed everything I'm showing you. The question we're only trying to answer one question. What is the stock market going to do in the next 6 hours? I'm not smart enough to figure out anything else. Now, let's see if some stocks are going to give us some tailwind. Well, we got something that can give us a little tailwind. Gap and Ross stores, retailers. These stocks have big market cap. They're tiny. Doesn't matter. They're very influential. This retail, remember, 2/3 of economy is consumer discretionary. Gap up, Ross is up. This is positive. This can give a few sectors like consumer discretionary clothing stocks a little bit of a tailwind. But we also know, because I've been talking about it all week, Trump tariffs. What is one of the biggest factors tariffs is going to impact? Clothing, consumer electronic, toys, and clothing. Those are the 3 things that tariffs impact the most. This is clothing. And if you think that everything they sell isn't made in China, I got a new bridge to sell you. All right? Come on, guys. Let's Thumbs up. Let's see how many thumbs up we got. We got 235. Bob, people just don't like me this morning. What can I tell you? But we did cross 500. It is Friday, though. Guys, if you're getting benefit out of this, give me a thumbs up. So we are seeing a little tailwind from consumer discretionary, but Reddit is down, Intuit is down. I think technology will offset this. Okay. What about sector strength? How are we doing in sector strength? Let's see. Well, we're almost at 300, so we have really good upside to the upside. Momentum is favoring the bulls. So momentum is definitely favoring the bulls. XLF is breaking out. We do have momentum favoring the bulls. But what about fragmentation? Let's see if we have fragmentation or not. All right, you got blue chips, you got small caps, interest rates. You've got semiconductor. We're getting better. Much better than we were a few days ago. Let me show you proof. Look at this. You got Russell here. You got home builders here. You got financial here. You got mid caps down here. And now you're kind of mixed here. Look, you got semiconductors here, but you got consumer discretionary communication all the way up here. You got Dow stocks here, and then you have S&P down here. Today, you've got mostly defensive right here. You got some interest rates right here, defensive and interest rates, and technology starting to come off again. Look at communication, consumer discretionary. We're down again, closer to semiconductors and QQQ. So to me, the picture that I'm seeing is blue chips, interest rates, technology. Does market usually lead when blue chips are leading or when technology is leading? When technology is leading. Is technology leading right now? Semiconductors, QQQ, look where QQQ is. Look where technology is. Look where consumer discretionary and communication is. Look where it was a week ago. Look where technology was. Technology is now here. Look where semiconductors are now here. Look where communication and consumer discretionary were. Now look at them. Are they getting in a better spot? They're lower, aren't they? They're all lower. Look at QQQ. Is that giving us a big red flag for a big driver? Yes, market hasn't opened yet today. That's what I love about this. It has the time back machine. So today after the market opens, I just have to press this button and it'll show me exactly where it was at the open. So I can go in the VIP room and show you exactly where we were at any given time. It's great to prevent BSing. So we do have good momentum to the upside. We have no momentum to the downside right now, which means this will probably revert and become more balanced. We have better sector strength as the market is a little more choppier, but we have blue chips and defensive stocks, utilities, energies, leading, interest rates, and then technology. I like to see technology lead usually. All right. So no wind under our wings. Yes. Thank you, Cam. Cam is what Cam just said. And thanks, Gustavo. Let me go there right now. Thanks, sir. Thank you. There it is. There's the link. Gustavo, I'm assuming that's the free Telegram channel. All right. So there we go. All right. So before I get into volatility. Lastly, volatility. Volatility is much closer to here than down here, isn't it? Remember what I said here? We need to break down this level for volatility to come off. If volatility comes up, notice we're closer to filling in the gap. Notice the trend has been going up, not down. Is volatility helping us? No. Okay, so now, before I get into the stocks that I like or don't like, let's now go back to where we started. Because everything I just did in the last 40 minutes was to answer a very, very simple question. Thank you, Gustavo. I appreciate that. Do you guys like this format? Does this work for you? Let me know. Because again, you need to sometimes it helps to find out where we're going before we get there. So I just spent 30 minutes figuring out what the most likely scenario for the SPY is. Okay. So based on what I just said, do we have a lot of tech firepower to take us higher? No. Are global markets ready to take us higher? No. Are overnight markets ready to take us higher? No. Do we have any major catalysts today to take us higher? No. Notice how many times I've said no. Now, we do have a little bit less fragmentation, and we have good firepower momentum to the upside. But I'm seeing this firepower come from Bitcoin, utilities, energies, real estate. I'm not defensive stocks. I'm not really seeing, because remember, a lot of people trade gold instead Bitcoin instead of gold these days. So I'm not really seeing anything coming into technology, QQQ, semiconductors, communication services, consumer discretionary. Does that is so very like 20% bullish, 80% bearish based on everything we did today. Would you agree with me based on everything we discussed? About 80, 90% neutral to bearish and about 10, 20% bullish? Do you have a much better idea of what this is going to do today? And if you don't understand that that's the only thing that really matters, then you need to come here more often. Not yet. We need to start going down first. We haven't got there yet. All right. All right. I'm glad you guys are understanding it. So, am I thinking we're going to crash and burn? No. What I'm thinking is this. I think that this trend right here, this bar, I think it'll just kind of consolidate. This may come down all the way here and just create a little pivot here, and then we would have to come up above that pivot to break out, which would make this a perfect A-line trade. But I don't think the market is ready to do that today and break above the high and continue moving higher unless we see a major catalyst during the day based on everything that we just went over. Okay? Robert, they just don't like me enough today. I guess I'm offending people with too much political commentary or something. I don't know. And if you look at the QQQ, which I'll give you levels for right now, the QQQ is below or right at the at the 8-day EMA. And again, I think we're just going to kind of hover around here, top out right around here, and then just kind of start coming off. I don't see this being the low and causing us to go all the way up. Now, I could be dead wrong, but all our analysis is telling us the odds are much higher than this will be a range day based on what we are seeing right now. Hey, Ben, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. And I'm trying to be very non-political. I'm trying to be very objective. I'm trying to stick to the charts, okay? Again, we're not getting much tailwind overnight. And again, we don't have major reports today. So this has to come up above technology. And you've already seen technology. Look where semiconductors are. Look where QQQ is. Look where technology is. Look where consumer discretionary communication. This, and this makes up the QQQ. The 1, 2, 3, and 4 makes up the QQQ. Does the QQQ have enough firepower to take us higher? I don't think so. Does this help you open up the engine and see inside what's going on in order to see how fast the car is going to be driving? I think this is one of the best sessions we've had here. All right, and now I'm going to give you stocks that I'm bearish on and stocks that I'm bullish on. First Solar, bearish, below the 8-day, looking like we're going down. Been talking about it for a while now. This is a new one on my list, and this kind of goes in line with what I've been just saying right now, by the way. Wait for this to break the 200-day, but look at Best Buy. Look at consumer electronics. Tariffs. Best Buy would get hit hard. Wait for it to break the 84 level, though. We're not there yet. General Dynamics. Thank you, Jill. Charlie, I haven't been picking on you in a couple of weeks. Has it been starting to manifest? Have you been taking the trades? Did you win money on the AT&T trade that you were complaining about before we closed it? Are things starting to come together, Charlie? I'm just curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. It's your call. I mean, it's your business. General Dynamics. Let's see. Why would I sell this stock? Well, gee, let's think. Wait for it to hit the 8 day. Snow drives the market. Thank you, Stephen. I would wait till we get at the 286 area. Good, Carlos. Good. How about Target? Ooh, Target. Why is my template changing on me every time? I'm very confused about this. Let me go to a different template. I'll stick with this template. Target. I don't know why it wants to change on me every minute. Huh, why does it do that? This is weird. That's a new one. Uh, Notice gap down, not really doing anything. If it breaks the slow, probably a good time to sell it. Good, good, Charlie, good. XP. Do I need to say anything? Couldn't fill the gap, coming down, more downside. Again, I don't know why it's doing this to me today. Maybe if I refresh this, maybe it'll be better. Weird. But anyway, it speaks for itself. RCI, these are bearish picks. Okay, I said this as a default. Good. All right. Sting. Yeah, it's one hell of a gap. Why doesn't it? Why doesn't it? Oh, I made it. Okay, now I got it. I said the wrong thing to a default. Ah, I got it. I got it. It's all Graham's fault. EGP. Okay, now we got it. We got it fixed now. We got it fixed. Bob, what can you do? People don't like me today as much as they did yesterday. What can I say? Let's do the long side. I've got a couple of A lines for you. Potential A lines. Norwegian. I'm giving you guys red meat right now. Nice breakout here. PNR. ADP. Beautiful A line. You know, our A lines have had, I think, 19 or 20 winners in a row, and we still haven't had a loser. Remember this stock? I still like this stock. I gave you the stock like a week ago at a webinar. It just made a new high yesterday. Anybody make money on that stock? VRT. Nice breakout. Oracle. I like Oracle. And I like Cisco too, by the way. They're both related stocks. I like Oracle and I like Cisco. And they, by the way, have really good tight spreads and good options, just FYI. I like Cisco. I like Cisco if it breaks above right here, about 58.30. Good. Good, good, good. Still have it. All right. You guys are crazy. I love it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. You guys are great. Look at Baker Hughes. Compression coming back up. And notice above all the key averages, Carlos. Carlos, don't sell stocks that are above the key averages. IP, this is a stock that both Kane and I actually were talking about. We both liked it in completely separately from each other. SPG, this is Simon Property Group. Commercial real estate seems to be, a lot of people are starting to invest in New York commercial real estate again, which I think is a great thing. Calm. Oh, my dogs are going crazy again. Good, Brian. That's what I care about. Good, good. Listen to what Brian just said. You guys reading it? Listening, really listening. can't believe you guys can't hear my dogs right now. They're so loud I can barely hear myself talk. Autodesk, and I got one more for you. I like the payment. I like the what I like still. I like the financial stocks that are tied into tech, PayPal, Square, basically stocks that that are mostly financial but are tech financial. If that makes sense. Okay. Oh God. Jesus. Stop it, please. Okay. That's all I've got for you guys today. Let's just check. Let's just check the market real quick in real time. Okay, so let's see what's going on right now. So this is today's bar right here. This is yesterday. This is the 5 minute. So we're cooling off a little bit. We're coming to the VWAP. The high so far is below yesterday's high. So to me, again, it looks like we're gonna. To me, I think we're gonna just continue down this slope right here, and we're gonna come down here, bottom out right around here, maybe make a little higher low, and that'll be it for today. If I'm wrong, we're going to break this high and we're going to boost higher. But again, based on, I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen. But based on everything we've saw today, that is the most probable conclusion. Okay? So we started with trying to figure out what's going to happen with the market. And again, same thing with the SPY. Notice we're not trading higher. We don't have global market strength, all those things. I just don't see things helping us drive the market to the next level until we get, I forgot. And remember, we have holidays, which means a lot of folks are going to be already starting to take off. All right. So yes, inside day. Yes, Rich, inside day. So but that's the conclusion. What I want you guys to come up with is how we came up with it, okay? That's the key, how we came up with it. So here's a link to the class that Kane and I are having. Weekend income, sweet cash over the weekend while you rest over the weekend. Nothing is better than that. Yes, fintech. Thank you, Paul, for using that word. It escaped me for a second. A lot of you guys help me here, and I really appreciate it. I really do. Thank you so much. If you have a question for me, or if you have a comment, please be nice. It's Friday. I'm in no mood for disharmony. Please, please, please send me an email, Roger Scott. All customer service or anything relating to One Click, please reach out to Cam and Gustavo. They are experts at that. Totally enjoyed this session. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that, Jill. That makes me very happy. I will see you guys later and have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys at 1 o'clock with Kane or earlier in the VIP room. And remember, VIP room is at noon now every day. There's no more 11, 12. It's always at noon Eastern time. Bye. Thank you for being here. See you later, Cam. See you later, Gustavo. Carlos, I'll talk to you later. Rich, I'll talk to you later. Ben, everybody. Bye, guys. Send me some good emails this weekend. I could use it. We took a nasty loss on Amazon yesterday, and I'm a little bit upset. So I need to be cheered up. Bye, guys. It's right under the video. Bye, everyone. Love you all. Thank you so much for all the wonderful feedback.